My dear viewers, today discuss the chemical reaction and equation based on CBSE class 10. Now, first define the reactant and product, discuss with example. The substance that go into a chemical reaction are called the reactants, and the substance produced at the end of the reaction are known as the products. Example, in the chemical reaction Na plus Cl form NaCl. The reactant are sodium metal and chlorine gas, while the product is sodium chloride NaCl, which is the table salt. That is Na, that is sodium, Cl, that is chlorine, form NaCl. Sodium and chlorine, that is the reactants, and NaCl, that is product. Okay. What is balance equation? A balance equation is one in which number of different atoms on both the reactant and product side are equal. Okay. Next word, why should a chemical equation be balanced? Chemical equation, that is the chemical reaction, should be balanced in order to obey the law of conservation of mass, which state that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. Hence, the total mass of substance before the chemical reaction should be equal to the total mass of reactants after the reaction. Okay, my dear viewers, a particular video based on how to balance a chemical equation. Give the link to this video. Please show the description box. Now, some example balance the following chemical equation. Okay. At first, A, HNO3, nitric acid, calcium hydroxide, KaOH whole 2. The product formation, calcium nitrate, CaNO3 whole 2 plus H2O. The number of hydrogen and at first, number A, HNO3 plus CaOH whole 2, that is nitric acid plus calcium hydroxide, product form calcium nitrate CaNO3 whole 2 plus water. Right hand side and left hand side balance the element. At first, the number of nitrogen 1, left hand side, right hand side number of nitrogen 2. Now 2, number of nitrogen 2, left hand side, and right hand side number of nitrogen 2, but the number of hydrogen 2 plus 2, that is 2, but left hand side 4, number of hydrogen 4, but the right hand side number of hydrogen 2, so 2 multiply the number of hydrogen 4 and number of hydrogen 4, that is the reactant and product, both side hydrogen element is same. The others element, calcium 1, oxygen 3 into 2 6 plus 2 8, that is 3 into 6, 3 into 2 6 plus 2 8, all is balance. That is the balance equation 2HNO3 plus CaOH whole 2, CaNO3 whole 2 plus 2H2O. Okay. Next part, that is B, NaOH plus H2SO4, that is the product from Na2SO4 plus H2O. Number of sodium atom 2, but the number of sodium atom 1. The left hand and right hand balance the element, that is the atom 2. Number of sodium, left hand side atom হচ্ছে number of sodium 2, the number of sodium 2, but the number of hydrogen 2 plus 2, reactant the hydrogen atom, total atom 4, but the left hand side the total hydrogen 2, that is 2 multiply. So the balance equation. Now number of sodium 2, number of sodium 2, number of total hydrogen atom 4, number of total hydrogen atom 4, number of total oxygen atom 4 plus 2 6, left hand side 6, but the right hand side 6, 4 plus 2 6, sulfur 1, that is balance the equation. Now 2NaOH plus H2SO4 Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Okay. Next, C, NaCl, sodium chloride, silver nitrate, AgNO3, silver chloride, AgCl plus NaNO3, sodium nitrate. Now the number of Na1, number of Na1, number of Cl1, number of Cl1, that is the number of nitrogen 1, number of nitrogen 1, that is the equation is balance. So the no changing, that is NaCl plus AgNO3, AgCl plus NaNO3. It is the one type of double displacement reaction. Okay. Next part, that is D. Okay. Barium chloride, that is BaCl2, sulfuric acid H2SO4, the product formation barium sulfate BaSO4 plus HCl. Number of chlorine, left hand side 2, but the right hand side number of chlorine 1, so 2 multiply. Now barium 1, number of chlorine 2, number of chlorine 2, number of hydrogen 2, number of hydrogen 2, number of sulfur 1, number of sulfur 1, number of oxygen atom 4, number of oxygen atom 4, that is left hand side and right hand side all the balance. Now the equation BaCl2 plus H2SO4 from the product BaSO4 plus 2HCl. Okay. Now write the balanced chemical equation for the following equation. Number A, calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide from calcium carbonate and water. Okay. Calcium, left hand side 1 atom, right hand side 1, number of hydrogen 2, left hand side, right hand side number of 2, number of oxygen 4, 2 plus 2 4 atom, right hand side 3 plus 1 4, that is the balance equation. So no change the number of atom, that is CaOH whole 2 plus CO2 from CaCO3 plus H2O. Okay. Next, B, zinc plus silver nitrate from zinc nitrate plus silver. That is, next B, that is Zn plus AgNO3 from ZnNO3 whole 2 plus Ag. Number of nitrogen left hand side 1, but the number of nitrogen atom right hand side 2, that is multiply 2, that is the number of Ag silver 2 multiply 2. Number of oxygen atom 3 into 2 6, that is 3 into 2 6, that is the equation is balance. So the balance equation Zn plus 2 AgNO3 from ZnNO3 whole 2 plus 2Ag. Okay. Next, C, reactant aluminium plus copper chloride, the product from aluminium chloride and copper, that is the number of aluminium 1, right hand side number of aluminium 1, but the number of chlorine atom left hand side 2, but the right hand side number of chlorine 3, that is even number odd number, so multiply the 2, that is the number of chlorine atom 6, 3 into 6, so the 3 into 2 6, copper 3 multiply 3, aluminium 2, that is 2. So the equation is balanced, that is 2Al plus 3Cu Cl2 from 2Al Cl3 plus 3Cu. Okay. Next, D, the reactant barium chloride plus potassium sulphate, the product from barium sulphate plus potassium chloride, that is next, that is BaCl2 and K2SO4 reactant product BaSO4 barium sulphate plus potassium chloride. Number of Ba same both side, but the number of chlorine reactant, that is the left hand side 2, but the right hand side number of chlorine 1, that is multiply 2, that is the number of potassium 2, number of potassium 2 equal, number of sulfur 1 same, number of oxygen 4 same, number of potassium and chlorine both sides same, that is the equation is balanced. So the balance equation BaCl2 plus K2SO4 from BaSO4 plus 2KCl. Okay. Reactant hydrogen plus chlorine, the product from hydrogen chloride, that is hydrogen H2 plus chlorine Cl2 from HCl. Right hand side and left hand side the balance the atom. Now left hand side number of hydrogen 2, number of hydrogen 1, that is multiply 2, hydrogen is balanced, but the number of chlorine also balanced, number of 2, number of 2, that is the balance equation H2 plus Cl2 from 2HCl. Okay. Next, F, reactant barium chloride plus aluminum sulphate product from barium sulphate plus aluminum chloride. That is number of barium 1, number of barium 1, but the number of chlorine atom 2 left hand side, but the right hand side number of chlorine 3. That is the odd number multiplied by 2. That is the number of element, that is the atom, the chlorine 6, so multiply 3. Barium, number of barium 3, change the barium 3. Number of chlorine 6, number of chlorine 6, balance. Number of barium balance. Number of sulfur 3, number of sulfur 3. Number of oxygen 4 into 2, that is 12. 4 into 3, 12, that is balance. This equation is balance. Now 3BaCl2 plus Al2SO4 whole 3 from 3BaSO4 plus 2AlCl3. Okay. Next, G. Reactant sodium plus water product from sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. That is number of sodium 1, number of sodium 1, number of oxygen 1, number of oxygen atom 1, but the number of hydrogen atom in left side 2, but the number of hydrogen atom in the right side 3. That is 2 multiply, so the number of hydrogen 2 plus 2 4, that is 2 multiply, that is hydrogen 4, 2 into 2 মানে 4, that is oxygen 2, sodium left hand side 1, but right hand side 2, that is multiply 2. All is balance. That is the balance equation 2Na plus 2H2O from the product 2NaOH plus H2. Okay. Now the different question type. Translate the following statements into chemical equation and balance them. Number A. Hydrogen gas combined with nitrogen to form ammonia. That is unbalanced equation H2 hydrogen plus N2 nitrogen, the product formation NH3. The balance equation 3H2 plus N2 product, the before the 2, that is 2NH3. Next question B. Hydrogen sulfide gas burn in air to give water and sulfur dioxide. That is unbalanced equation H2S hydrogen sulfide plus O2 oxygen, product formation H2 water plus SO2 sulfur dioxide. That is the balance equation 2H2S plus 3O2. That is the reactant, this part, the product part, that is the 2H2O plus 2SO2. Next part C. Barium chloride reacts with aluminum sulphate to give aluminum chloride and a precipitate to barium sulphate. That is unbalanced equation BaCl2 barium chloride and aluminum sulphate Al2SO4 whole 3, the product formation aluminum chloride AlCl3 plus barium sulphate BaSO4. This equation is balanced equation 3BaCl2 plus Al2SO4 3, the product formation balance 2AlCl3 plus 3BaSO4. Next part D. Potassium metal reacts with water to give potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. That is the unbalanced equation. K, that is potassium plus water H2O, product formation KO is potassium hydroxide and hydrogen H2. This equation is balanced equation. 2K plus 2H2O, product balance 2KOH plus H2. Next question pattern, write a balanced chemical equation with state symbol for the following reactions. Number 1, solution of barium chloride and sodium sulphate in water react to give insoluble barium sulphate and soluble of sodium chloride. That is BaCl2 barium chloride plus Na2SO4, the product formation BaSO4 barium sulphate plus 2 NaCl. This equation is balanced. Next part number 2, the second part, that is the second question. Sodium hydroxide solution in water react with hydrochloric acid solution to produce sodium chloride solution and water. That is NaOH sodium hydroxide plus HCl hydrochloric acid from NaCl sodium chloride and H2O water. Next question, what is the combination reaction? Give the example. A combination reaction is a reaction where two or more element or compounds combine to form a single compound. Such reactions are represented by the equation of the following form: x plus y from xy. The combination of two or more elements to form one compound is called a combination reaction. That is example Fe plus S from FeS. Next example PbO2 plus SO2 from PbSO4. Example 1, that is the Fe plus S from FeS. This type of the reaction synthetic reaction. Why? The synthetic reaction mainly called, that is the part for the two element combine to form a compound. Okay. Next question, what is the decomposition reaction? Give the example. A chemical reaction in which a chemical compound decompose or split off into two or more simpler substances called a decomposition reaction. Example, when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That is CaCO3 calcium carbonate, applied the heat, decomposed part, that is the product for calcium oxide CaO plus carbon dioxide CO2. Decomposed reaction, others called thermal decomposition reaction, because a composition reaction brought about by the heat. Next question, what is displacement reaction? Give the example. A chemical reaction in which a more reactive element is displaced by the less reactive element from its compound is called a displacement reaction. That is AB plus C, product formation AC plus B. When the example explained, that is the example, when zinc is added to a copper sulphate solution is displaced the copper metal from copper sulphate solution to form zinc sulphate and copper. That is Zn plus CuSO4 from ZnSO4 plus Cu. Zn means zinc, CuSO4 means copper sulphate, from ZnSO4 zinc sulphate plus Cu means copper. Next question, what is double displacement reaction? Give the example. In a double displacement reaction, atoms from two different compounds switch place. the reactant are two compounds and the products are two different compounds. For example, Fe2O3 plus 6HCl from 2FeCl3 ferric chloride plus water 3H2O. Or difference explain the reaction between silver nitrate and sodium chloride is a double displacement reaction. The silver trade its nitrate ion for the sodium chloride ion, causing the sodium to pick up the nitrate. That is equation explain AgNO3 silver nitrate plus NaCl sodium chloride from AgCl silver chloride mainly white color and NaNO3 sodium nitrate. Next question, Fe2O3 plus 2Al ferric oxide plus aluminium from aluminum oxide Al2O3 plus Fe iron. Above the reaction is an example of option combination reaction, option B that is option 2 double displacement reaction, option 3 decomposition reaction, option 4 displacement reaction. Option 4 displacement reaction, because oxygen from the ferrous oxide is getting displaced to the aluminum metal to form aluminum oxide. In this reaction, aluminum is more reactive metal than iron, that is Fe. Therefore, Al aluminum will displace iron Fe from its oxide. These types of chemical reaction in which one of the elements displaces another is called displacement reaction. Here, less reactive metal is displaced by more reactive metal. Since one-time displacement is occurring, therefore it is called a single displacement reaction. Next question, write a balanced chemical equation for the following and identify the type of reaction of each case. Number 1, KBr plus BaI2 from Ki plus BaBr2. This balance equation 2KBr plus BaI2 product balance 2Ki plus BaBr2. This type of the reaction double displacement reaction. Okay. Second type of the reaction ZnCO3 product ZnO plus CO2. The balance equation is balance, so no change the number, that is the ZnCO3 product ZnO plus CO2. This type of the reaction decomposition reaction. Next equation number 3, H2 plus Cl2 from HCl. This equation is the balance equation H2 plus Cl2 product 2HCl. This type of the reaction combination reaction. Next equation number 4, Mg plus HCl product MgCl2 plus H2. This equation is balance equation Mg plus 2HCl product from MgCl2 plus H2. This type of the reaction displacement reaction. Okay. Write one equation is for decomposition reaction in which energy is supplied in the form of heat, light or electricity. First, thermal decomposition reaction or thermolysis. Decomposition of potassium chlorate when heated strongly. Potassium chlorate decompose into potassium chloride and oxygen. This reaction is used for the preparation of oxygen. The balance equation 2KClO3 potassium chlorate heat, that is the one type of energy, from KCl 2KCl potassium chloride and oxygen 3O2. Next, electrolytic decomposition reaction by electrolysis. Decomposition of sodium chloride. On passing the electricity through molten sodium chloride, it decomposes into sodium and chlorine. That is NaCl ionized Na plus liquid, that is ion, plus Cl minus liquid, that is ion. At the cathode reaction, reduction of 2Na plus electron from sodium atom. At anode, oxidation of Cl minus 2 electron from chlorine Cl2 gas. Next, photo decomposition reaction by photolysis. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. In the presence of light, hydrogen peroxide decomposes into water and oxygen. That is, the balance equation 2H2O2 from 2H2O water plus oxygen O2. Okay. Next question, why should a magnesium ribbon be cleared before burning in air? Magnesium ribbon should be cleared before burning in air because magnesium metal react with the atmospheric oxygen and form magnesium oxide, that is MgO layer, which is very stable compound. In order to prevent further reaction with oxygen, it is therefore necessary to clean the ribbon by to remove the layer of MgO, that is magnesium oxide. Next question, a solution, a substance X is used for whitewashing. Number 1, name the substance X and write its formula. Number 2, write the reaction of the substance X named in 1 above with water. Answer, the substance X which is used in whitewashing is quicklime or calcium oxide and its formula is CaO, that is calcium oxide. Second answer, calcium oxide CaO plus water H2O from calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH whole 2. Next question, why does the color of copper sulphate solution change when an iron nail is dipped in it? Answer, when an iron nail dipped in the copper sulphate solution, iron displaces copper from the copper sulphate because iron is more reactive than copper. Therefore, the color of the copper sulphate solution changes. The reaction is Fe, that is iron CuSO4 cupric oxide from ferrous sulphate FeSO4 plus copper Cu. Next question, which of the statement about the reaction below are incorrect? 2PbO red oxide solid plus C carbon solid product formation red Pb, that is 2Pb solid plus CO2 carbon dioxide gas. A, lead is getting reduced. B, carbon dioxide is getting oxidized. C, carbon is getting oxidized. D, lead oxide is getting reduced. Option 1, A and B. Option 2 A and C. Option 3 A, B and C. Option 4 all. Answer option A, that is A and B. That is the answer. Rate is getting reduced and B, carbon dioxide is getting oxidized. That is PbO. PbO, oxygen included, but change the Pb, oxygen remove. That is rate is getting reduced. But next B option, carbon dioxide is getting oxidized, that is carbon change to carbon dioxide. Okay, now because the oxygen is being removed and B, because the remove oxygen from lead is added to the elemental carbon. Okay, next question, what happens when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron fillings? Take the correct answer. Option 1, hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. Option 2, chlorine gas and iron chloride are produced. Option 3, no reaction takes place. Option 4, iron salt and water are produced. Option 1 is the right answer. Hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. Because the chlorine from hydrogen chloride is displaced by the iron filling to undergo the following reaction, that is HCl, hydrochloric acid plus iron Fe form ferrous chloride FeCl2 plus hydrogen, that is the valence equation 2HCl plus Fe from the product from FeCl2 plus H2. Next question, what is meant by exothermic and endothermic reaction? Give the examples. Now, an endothermic reaction occurs when energy is absorbed from the surrounding in the form of heat. Example, photosynthesis, melting of ice, evaporation, or when carbon and sulfur are heated together, carbon disulfide is formed, that is C plus 2S plus heat from CS2. This is the equation of endothermic reaction. Conversely, an exothermic reaction is one in which energy is released from the system into the surrounding. Example, explosion, concrete setting, nuclear fission and fusion. When carbon burn in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed along with heat. That is C plus O2 forms CO2 plus energy, that is heat. This is the equation is example of exothermic reaction. Next question, why is respiration considered to be an exothermic reaction? For the survival of life, we require energy. You obtain this energy from the food we eat. The food molecules, through the process of digestion, is broken down into a simple molecule like glucose. This substance comes in contact with the oxygen present in our body cell to form carbon dioxide and water along with the certain amount of energy respiration process. Okay, since the energy is in form of heat that maintain our body temperature, the respiration is considered to be an exothermic reaction. This reaction taking place is C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus 6O2 oxygen, 6 molecule of oxygen, form 6 molecule of carbon dioxide, that is 6 CO2, and 6 molecule of water, that is 6 H2O, and energy. Next question, explain the following terms with one example each. A. Corrosion. B. Rancidity. Corrosion is the process where. Next question, explain the following terms with an example each. A. Corrosion. B. Rancidity. Corrosion is a process where a refined metal is oxidized by atmospheric oxygen to form a more stable compound such as oxides. The metal gradually degrades during the corrosion process. Rusting of iron is a good example of corrosion where the iron is converted to iron oxide. Next part, that is V, rancidity. The condition produced by the aerial oxidation of the oil and fat present in the food material that produce an unpleasant taste and smell. The rancidity is retarded when the food is kept inside the refrigerator, since the low temperature does not promote the oxidation reaction. Next question, explain the following in terms a gain of oxygen with two examples each: oxidation and reduction. First part, A. Oxidation. In a chemical reaction, when the oxygen is added to the element to form its respective oxide, it is the element being oxidized. Example, sodium plus oxygen form Na2O. Next, H2S plus O2 form H2S plus SO2. Okay, reduction. In a chemical reaction, when the oxygen is being removed from the compound, then it is said to be reduced. Next question, explain the following in terms to gain of the oxygen with two examples. A. Oxidation. B. Reduction. In a chemical reaction, when the oxygen is added to the element to form its respective oxide, it is the element being oxidized. Example, sodium oxidized Na2O, that is Na4Na solid plus O2 gas form 2Na2O. Next example, H2S hydrogen sulfide plus oxygen O2 form H2O plus A2 SO2. Next part, that is B, reduction. In a chemical reaction, when the oxygen is being removed from the compound, then it is said to be reduced. Example, CuO cupric oxide solid plus gas hydrogen gas form Cu solid copper solid plus H2O liquid. Next question, identify the substances that are oxidized and that are reduced in the following equation. Number one equation, sodium plus oxygen forms sodium oxide, and second equation copper oxide বা Q3 or Q3 oxide react with hydrogen form copper plus water. First equation sodium 4Na solid plus O2 gas form 2Na2O solid, that is sodium oxide. This equation, the sodium in the first equation is getting oxidized with the addition of oxygen O2. Next equation Q3 oxide solid plus react with hydrogen gas H2 gas from the copper solid and water H2O. That is, the copper in the second equation is reduced due to the addition of hydrogen. Next question, define redox reaction with example. The reaction in which one substance gets oxidized and other gets reduced is known as redox reaction. Example, ZnO plus C from Zn plus CO, that is zinc oxide react with carbon from zinc plus carbon monoxide. Here C is oxidized to CO, carbon monoxide, because oxygen is being added, and ZnO, zinc oxide, is reduced to Zn because oxygen is being removed. Therefore, it is a redox reaction. Oxidizing agent is zinc oxide ZnO, reducing agent is carbon C, oxidizing product is carbon monoxide CO, and reducing product is zinc oxide ZnO. Now the question, write T for true and F for false. Decomposition of calcium carbonate is an example of endothermic reaction. This statement is true. Next question, when metals sulfates are heated at high temperature is called metal oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. This statement is true. Next question 3. Copper cannot displace iron from iron sulfate solution. This statement true. Next question 4. Zinc oxide exhibits both acidic and basic properties. This statement true. Next question number 5. Carbon monoxide is an example of amphoteric oxide. That is, statement is true. Next question, precipitation reaction produce insoluble salt. This statement is true. Reaction of sodium chloride solution with silver nitrate solution is an example of decomposition reaction. This statement is false. Next, question number 8. Aluminum oxide Al2O3 is an example of neutral oxide. This statement is true. Next question number 9. Magnesium oxide is obtained from the decomposition of magnesium sulfate. This statement is false. Next question number 10. Products of neutralization reaction are salt and water. This statement true. Next question type, fill in the blanks. Number 1. The reaction in which heat energy is released is known as dash reaction, exothermic reaction. Next question number 2. A reaction in which a single substance split to give two or more substances is called dash reaction, decomposition reaction. Next question number 3. The oxide
that exhibits both acidic and basic characteristics are called dash oxide, amphotericity oxide. Next question number 4. Decomposition reaction that occurs in the presence of light is known as dash photolysis. Next question number 5. Displacement reaction are also called dash reaction, substitute reaction. Okay, my dear viewers, thank you, my dear viewers.